Welcome to Nexus at Night, your weekly Vanguard podcast brought to you by the internet. I'm holding a candle under my face, and if you're listening, you can't see that. So, yeah. I'm Atlas.
I'm Matt.
This isn't even season appropriate. It's like Christmas time.
Yeah, you got candles, like nice, like gingerbread scented candles.
I see candles all year round around here. So
that's true. I'm about to live with my girlfriend, and my girlfriend loves candles. So we're here to see a lot more of those in the background.
Fair enough.
Yeah, because as unpacked. What?
Oh, sorry. How's that process going?
Still packing. The Aussie painting has disappeared.
Yeah, we can see that. Your room is looking barren.
Yep. And then on the 29th, the movers come. So
very cool.
Yep, excited for that. But today we're gonna do the card review week thing, but also we're gonna talk more about those grade 4s because we have most of them.
We have 4 and most of the last one.
Yeah, we have like 4.5. Honestly, do we even have to talk about regular reveals? Can we just talk about the grade 4s?
I just had those to fill space if we needed to, but if you want to fill the whole episode, yes, please, let's. Why don't we start off with the one we actually know the full effect for?
Yes.
So, whoops, wrong one. God damn it. There we go. All right. Do you want to read it, Root Beer?
Sure thing. Apex Soaring Sword, Bastion Prime. So it's a grade 4 like all of them. Continuous, all your front row gets power plus 2000, and then at the end of battle, your drive check reveal a grade 3 or greater. Put a card with Bastion's name from hand or soul in the drop, stand all of your grade 3 rear guards, and they get power plus 10,000 until end of turn.
One thing I saw on Twitter regarding this is a bunch of people kind of parroting the same point, where it's kind of like, oh, but you have to discard a specific grade 3. But like one thing that I think that's like relevantly different than this is that you can soul blast a Bastion rather than discarding a grade 3 Bastion, which is you're pretty much guaranteed by the ride line. Mm-hmm. So assuming you can ride this thing, you're pretty much guaranteed the first activation of it on turn 4, and then turn 5 is one that you might have to work a little for. But also Bastion is a deck where you can probably get away with just running 8 of them.
Yeah, probably
run 8 of them, and then also like when you keep rewriting them every turn, then that's it.
Grade 3 now. If you draw the Persona ride, you draw the Persona ride. If you don't, you draw the grade 4. You draw the grade 4. Yeah, but it's definitely like something you could do. I don't know if it's the best way to do it, but it's something that's possible. Yeah. And like the ability to Soul Blast to basically guarantee first activation, similar to some of the other ones, is also quite nice. Mm-hmm. So I think people were kind of like downplaying the ability to Soul Blast to guarantee the first activation.
Yeah.
Assuming you check a grade 3.
Also, this is restanding your whole board, basically. Right.
Yeah, restanding the whole board, giving 10k. So, but I mean, you do lose Persona Ride, but it does have triple drive as well. So you're almost certainly going to hit a grade 3.
Which we brought up during our when Magnolia first came out, where like you lose the dynamic push of the Persona Ride with the 10k to front row, but you have the constant triple drive. Also, this giving 10k to the whole thing, you're getting more for your money that way. That's right. There was also another thing that's got brought up. Do you guys happen to remember a card named Unsurpassed Heavenly Impact Radriel?
No.
Is that the one that gains a crit?
No. It's the triple R from DBT03. It's the one that gives himself a drive check by resting stuff. Yes.
Wait. So, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, like, having like those two abilities synergize with each other better. Because, yes, he's going to rest everything, but if Bastion just pops him back up again. And this giving your guys more drive checks means that, like, they synergize with each other better. Root Beer, you said at whatever episode we were doing that, where people are running this thing just out of boredom.
Mm-hmm.
Or they're just like, I'm bored of doing the same Bastion thing all the time. Now, this was kind of shoehorned into the deck, and now it's got, like, a perfect companion.
I mean, doesn't it just more defend the grade 3 boosters?
Oh, the one that, like...
Because this will stands all your grade 3 rear guards, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, like, standing the grade 3 boosters is, like, giga dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Which kind of makes it stronger than the... And that, assuming that you have a grade 3 booster, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it makes it like really strong because you're saying 3 units giving 30k across your board. Like even if you have 1, right?
Yeah. And
Is
then
that
like
Dark Strain, right?
Yeah.
That's
Mhm.
the guy that gives boost.
But so I'm just saying, like in that regard, like it becomes a lot more powerful as well. I didn't realize it said stand all. I just assumed it stay in your front row. Grade 3 regards. Nope.
Overbody.
all grade 3s.
And they all get 10k.
Yeah.
So that could be relevant.
Could be relevant. Okay.
Yeah, gee, I wonder.
I mean, so take this with a grain of salt because we're recording this on the Monday instead of the Tuesday, wherein the stream could have come out and could have completely changed everything because my girlfriend wants to do relationship things, and I frankly like continuing to be in a relationship. So we got the glimpse of this. Whoops! God damn it! I keep mixing them up. Okay. All right. Something called something unrivaled Bruce, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which so far the effect that we know is auto on Vanguard Circle at the end of the battle that it attacked, counterblast 1, soul blast 5, restand your front row, including him, and for this turn it gets drive -2.
Now I assume that this card's also going to get Final Rush.
Yeah.
It would be mind-boggling if it didn't give Final Rush. I think
It would be hilarious if it didn't.
It would be some kind of extreme copium to not give it Final Rush, but I don't think I for some reason I think we're gonna end up this card's gonna end up giving Final Rush somehow.
Yeah.
What if it was like a thing where Boucher was like, "Hey, we're sorry for all the broken Bruce support the first 3 sets. We're just gonna make that you only get Final Rush for 1 more turn, and you better win with this great."
I mean, it could be like on right it gain Final Rush, and it would be like it would be like the same thing, right? Like.
Yeah. But then you only get 4 turns of that, assuming you.
Or if you can't rewrite it, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
the other thing I saw somebody brought up is what if the restand your front row is not once per turn?
Oh God, damn
it! It'd be pretty funny.
That'd be pretty dumb, yeah.
Well, because for the longest time, people were like, okay, so Bruce keeps getting like this much soul charging support that it kind of doesn't really need. And now, if that ends up being not once per turn, then oh boy, that's going to be pretty wacky.
From what we know, it's pretty mind-boggling to me that like the Nirvana grade 4 exists in the way that it does.
Yes.
Or like the Magnolia one exists in the way that it does. It's just so weird to me.
Yeah. I mean, these two are incredibly boring because they're just the grade 3+.
No, true.
It's very hard to improve upon.
I think they're all boring.
Yeah. I mean, at least the other 3 do something noticeably different. The Seraph one is kind of dumb, and I hate it.
Oh, Trishula.
Yeah. And then,
not just 1, but 2.
Yeah. Like, Nirvana gets the burn damage. Magnolia adds intercept. Honestly, the Magnolia one is also kind of boring.
I've been talking with other Stoicheia people, which I didn't know that existed, but they seem to think that you have to build the deck in one of 2 directions, which means that shows that the Magnolia grade 4 just isn't that good because it forces you to pick a direction instead of the grade 4 supplementing the grade 3.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's the case for both of those because those 2 are the only decks that really give a shit about what their grade 3 is named. I think the rest of them just care about their mechanic.
Mm-hmm.
Which is really annoying as somebody who currently owns Nirvana and constantly thinks the deck is bad and getting worse.
It's because Prison keeps getting better. That's why.
Yeah, but also, like, Urger, gave the deck a lot of what it needed. It gave it an extra attack, it gave it countercharging, and then the Virina in set 3 was just kind of win more.
Yeah.
But, like, the deck kind of doesn't need that right now.
And then this new Nirvana is just kind of like whatevs.
Yeah.
Which, go ahead, sorry.
It's better in some ways because I think you don't need, because the 10k is continuous, right? So you don't need to pay the extra counter blast for the power anymore.
Yeah.
And then it loses the ability to use Urger, so it really depends on what the new Virina does. Like, if it's bad, I think that deck is, like, not great. And also, like, the deck has a weird over-reliance on the Overdress mechanic, which takes up a lot of deck space, and so it's really hard to play cards that don't have the word Overdress written on them, even though Bushiroad really, really wants you to, because they keep printing cards that don't.
I'm trying to find like an English picture of this just so I can have it up on the screen for the people watching. But oh well, I guess you get the Japanese one. Sorry, guys.
I don't think there is an English picture of it yet.
No, there's not. We just got set 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. As of this last week, which I'm still looking for Decay Hollow Dragon for a certain deck profile.
All right.
Yeah.
I wish everyone luck finding all 16 of their meteors.
Yep. Oh god.
All right, there you
That's
go.
what came out on Friday.
There's the picture, but it's
it is a continuous as long as you have something that is in the overdress state, which is incredibly annoying.
Ugh.
It makes the deck
a little more annoying.
It makes the deck even weaker to control.
Yeah,
because it really needed that.
This card feels so much worse than like the 3 recent runs. Well, we don't know Bruce yet, but I'm assuming it's better than this.
I mean, like the half a skill that we got, I'm assuming because he used it in the anime, is already like leagues ahead of Nirvana, just because Bruce's skill was already ridiculous, and this is just Bruce's skill, but also restands the Vanguard.
Yeah, I'm not.
Bruce's skill wasn't ridiculous; it's that everything around it was ridiculous.
Its regards are very good, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, in general, it's being able to just say restand 2 for what is a negligent cost in that deck is like.
It's not like it's losing any of those rear guards either.
Yeah,
because none of them are like name restricted.
Nope.
Yeah, and also this one, as we know it, doesn't seem to discard anything for its skill, which means you just get 4 drive checks.
Hell yeah.
Yes. And then also you get, instead of 5 attacks, it's 6. Like Bruce is still another, like people already have to deal with this thing where they go, okay, they're in final rush, you know, they just Persona Road or didn't or whatever. I now have to do the math for, can I take 5 attacks? Now it's, can I take 6? And
they
2 of
keep
them have
printing
drive
cards that
checks
make
on
your
them?
and they've printed a plethora of cards that make your Vanguard bigger.
Yep. So,
but they definitely are going to add ways to like defend against these onslaughts, right?
I hope so.
You're funny.
I know.
Yeah, the Seraph Snow one. That'll save us. So we can probably safely say that it worked on an upward trajectory in terms of like reveal power.
Unfortunately, like when you look at the design of the grade 4s, because you think about Bushiroad's position, right? Like Persona Ride was kind of a mistake, I think. Like I don't know where they thought that was going to go.
Yeah,
neat idea. Kind of blow up in their faces.
No, we knew where this was going to go beforehand. This is a mistake they've already made, right?
What, with the gift thing, or
no? Just like, I mean, Persona Riding, you're basically like, I mean, it's like break riding, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You should be able to like estimate where this will go. I don't know.
Was break riding a mistake? I'm confused.
I mean, in some senses, yeah.
I think the plus 10k all the time.
Right. It wasn't the plus 10 like just on the turn that was the problem. Break rides, right?
Yeah.
Once you got to things like Dauntless or like.
It's the advantage, so getting the extra draw.
I mean, not even just draw, but also like more pressure, more attacks, more whatever, more units, what have you. But like, I mean, and it also like made games to this point where like I don't know if you how much you played back in the Limerick era, but basically you would like be both sitting at 3 damage, like
and just
pretty much not moving the game state because you can't push your opponent, you push your Aquaforce opponent to 4 damage and let them kill you, or push your Blau opponent to 4 damage and you die. Like
so.
Just die.
I was playing, but I wasn't playing seriously, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Like, I was just doing Break Ride Leopold with the 12 stands and the Leopold reverse thing, which was fine, but, like, it probably wasn't going to be winning any regionals. And I didn't care.
That format sucks.
No.
In my opinion. I didn't like Break Ride as much as that. And, yeah, it was just the way the games played out was pretty... The way the games played out was pretty gross. But I mean, that would not say there weren't cool things about the era, but for the most part, when especially during like that Novell Blau, Aquafort Tetradrive era, I'm just like, yeah, I'm out of here.
BT-15,
BT-13, and then the
13,
extra boosters that followed. So
Gotcha.
that was the Divine Dragon, whatever Divine Dragon progression, and then the Blau one, whatever that was called, something of the Cosmos, Chamber of the Cosmos.
Maybe.
Those two extra boosters.
All I'm thinking is that like the one listener out there who showed up like in D era who's like, okay, Boomer.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Boomer Vanguard.
It was a long time ago, but like you know,
Yeah, it was.
It's a similar kind of. It's a kind of weirder with Persona Ride because they don't actually like need a requirement other than just to have it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like they don't need. Like, you can't really like prevent them from doing it even. Like there's like, well, I hope I can live through this.
Well,
Yeah.
They need that dynamic like set piece almost.
I guess
To
they were kind of. I guess from Bushiroad's perspective, they were kind of stuck where the ride deck ensures that you're going to have your grade 3 no matter what. So, they need to somehow incentivize you to play more of your boss unit. Otherwise, everyone will just get one triple R and then they're set.
That's
one
true.
trial deck. Yeah.
And I guess the way to incentivize people to play grade 4 or buy sets with grade 4s is that you need 4 of them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And you have to put them in your deck because you have to draw them.
Mm-hmm.
But it certainly makes like the original let's say the best Magnolia build is the grade 4. The old Magnolia is like only ride deck useful.
Mm-hmm.
And you only run it because it has the name Magnolia.
Yeah. Like, it is amazing how quickly they managed to destroy their own mechanic.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I think we all agree that it was D had a lot of mistakes.
Already. We're 4 sets in. Or 5, I think, with that extra boost.
I mean, it started with I think when it started we were all kind of like hoping it wouldn't be as like some things wouldn't have been as ubiquitous. For example, like the overtrigger. But the more calculations we did, the more games were played, you see that it does show up a fair bit of the time.
Yeah, and the fact that the meta hasn't significantly shifted in like 3-4 sets now.
The biggest change we had was lyrical.
Yeah.
Kind of. Yeah.
And like I think Prison was pretty dog shit when it first came out during that first set, and then it got turquoise and immediately all of its problems got fixed.
Yeah, and it got cards that made the deck work. And the order too.
Yeah.
Like it basically just didn't work out of set 1, which was pretty impressive, honestly. Like I remember there was the clan, like not clan booster, what was it called? I don't remember what it was called. Like it was like an extra booster that had some random cards in it, and then it had like a grade 1 that could let you like prison things from your opponent's drop. Like to meet.
It's on hit and prison 2 from drop. There's also the order that we got in the same set with turquoise, which is rip 1 from the opponent's hand.
Yeah.
That one actually matters though.
Yeah. No, there's one that was just like rest this, take a card. Like put a card in prison from drop.
Oh yeah, but
bug motor.
But I'm just saying that should have been in set 1.
Mm-hmm.
Because like the deck just like didn't work out of set 1. Because like you didn't have enough cards to like imprison or like even even get things moving, right? And then by the time like the Anja Rouge was a good card for sure. Everyone knew that card was good. But like it just didn't have enough like pieces to get things moving. And then by the time set 2 came out, it did have enough.
Yeah, and then it just kind of like everything warped around it, where its star continued to rise, like Urger showing up and making Nirvana better, which made Prison better because it's a check to Nirvana.
Yeah, but then there's still like Bruce and Bastion. Like, who are you?
That haven't moved.
No, they've been the. I'm hoping. Sorry,
the fact that multi-attacking just off the bat was such a huge problem.
I mean, they increase a lot of power gains and then leave shield value. They lower shield values from V. What do we expect?
Yeah.
Like, I was already like there was a lot of concerns when they first showed things. Like obviously, like when in the TDs when they showed like the grade 1 being 5K and people talked about it for like 4 days. I didn't really care. But what ended up mattering a lot was, I mean, the grade 1s not being 10K did matter a lot. The triggers being 5K, like especially heals being 15, right, does matter a lot instead of 20.
Yeah.
Like 20K heals would be a big deal.
Like, and heals are 15K again now in V Premium and Premium, but they're heal guardians versus in D it's just.
And that 5K, as Orange was talking to us last week, does matter, right?
Yeah. And they're like giving it back in the weirdest ways, where they're giving it to like front triggers, and then I think they're making 10K draws now.
Yeah,
they're making 10K draws, and then also they would like randomly throw extra shield onto stuff.
Yeah, but they didn't give them other abilities.
Well, you had Rouge, which would be a 15K shield.
Yeah, that's why it's the only good shield like extra shield card is because it's like the only one that does something else.
Yeah, and then
like Urger, I guess.
Yeah, Urger. Dark States had one where you had to counterblast for 5K shield. And
yeah, but that's bad.
But people ran that for a time. That's how you know.
That was in set 1 when you weren't doing anything else, though.
Good point.
Yeah. Now you have a lot more to spend on.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah.
I think, I don't know. I've been mostly uninterested in D. I don't know why. I'm just like,
there's less to do.
Premium's pretty cool.
Yeah.
V Premium has its moments. I mean, I have some grudges against both formats, but like they're pretty fun. Like especially when you're playing decks that aren't like when you're playing like random decks and Premium, it's pretty fun. Like obviously, like each deck has like the own like unique weaknesses and stuff, but there's like some play there.
Yeah.
There's some play in V Premium, well, to some extent. I really hate Prism.
Yeah, I think V format is in desperate need of a reprint set.
A reprint set and a ban list. Hit Prism.
Yeah.
I don't even know what you hit, honestly. I guess
don't
you hit
either.
LE plus something. I don't know.
Maybe.
Hey everyone, it's Root Beer. I'm recording an appendix to the main podcast episode because we got the new Virina during the stream today, and I want to talk about it. So we have Virina Esperarida. It is a grade 4 13K. When it's placed on Rearguard Circle, if it is Overdress, put all Trickstar and cards with the Overdress ability from drop as this unit's original dress. Then it has a second skill, Auto Rearguard once per turn. When your Vanguard attacks, Soul Blast 1, stand this unit, and it gets power plus 5,000 until end of turn for each of this unit's original dress. So, the biggest thing with this new Virina is the fact that it is a grade 4, which means you can only play it with the new Nirvana. And, that's kind of a problem because it adds a lot of inconsistency to the deck. You're kind of put into a situation where you need to have both of them at the same time, otherwise the deck gets significantly worse because, if you have the Nirvana but not this, then you turned off Urger because Urger only works with the grade 3, and you're a 3-attack deck now. And if you only have the new Virina but not Nirvana, then you can't call it because it's grade 4 and you're at grade 3. So, that's kind of a big problem with this card. Like, playing it adds a whole lot of inconsistency. You can search the grade 4 Virina with Blaze Maiden Hemina from set 2 that can search out anything with the Overdress ability from top 7, but as far as I know, there's no way to search out the grade 4 Nirvana consistently. So, that's kind of a problem. Other than that, this card seems to be a comeback option. It's something where, like, if your opponent gets rid of your board, you can use the Nirvana skill to bring back the Trickstar. Maybe you get the burn damage, and then you can restand this new Virina with big, huge power because you shove a bunch of Overdress cards from your drop zone as its original dress. I don't know, like, how much better that is than just the straightforward win con that the deck currently has with, like, Expecta and Urger. I don't know how common it will be that you can get this big, huge to the point that it's significantly higher than what Urger can get to, which is around 40k on average during a Persona ride turn. I think if you were to use this like turn 4, let's say you had a front row of Overdress units, they're all retired, you bring them back, you get like 4, that's 43, which does, bump up the shield value needed to guard it, so that can be significant. It does have a fairly weak first attack because the power gain is only during the restand. So, that's kind of something to consider too. I don't know about this card as just like playing it straightforwardly. It doesn't seem like a very significant upgrade to what the deck already has, and I think the win con is largely the same, where you have 4 attacks plus one of the attacks being really big if you're still using Expecto, which I think you are. One thing I will say about this card, though, is that it does not specify that it needs to be in the Overdress state in order to get its restand effect. So, it can sort of counter Prison. It's like an option you have against Prison where, like, if they imprison this card, let's say from hand, you can call it out, and it's just a 13k restand, which is not huge, but if you're in a situation where the game's really close and you just need that one extra attack to maybe take the game, then, it's an option there. And then, for Premium, I haven't thought about it too much yet, but if you could find a way to Superior Call this early, again, it's not restricted, you just Soul Blast 1 to get the restand, so that is an option. Anyways, thanks for watching. I don't know where Atlas is going to edit this in, so...
But I got one other question. So, seeing as how we got our, the 5 grade 4s, what about all the other ride line bosses? Orphist, Eugene, Barrow Magnus, let's be honest.
I mean, Eugene's been dead, so let's not talk about that one.
Barrow,
Barrow's been on copium state for how long?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or either that or just randomly popping up in DI in Premium.
Like, like Barrow, I think all the copium has left everyone. I think all the reserves are dry.
Are they going to give them one, or are they just going to be like, all right, the original TD ones get it, and then fuck the rest of you?
Who do you think gets one first, Greedon or Barrow?
Greedon, probably. Probably, if we're being honest.
I mean, they can't even be bothered to like fix the weaknesses that those main set decks have.
Yeah.
Orphist is doing okay for itself. It's just kind of like...
And it's the, only one?
Yeah.
That's vaguely managing?
It's like a B+ student who gets into Harvard. Yeah. You're like, you know what? Good for you. Good job.
I've forgotten what the other ones were.
I'm certain
play them.
Hold on. Hex Orb.
Yeah.
Is not great.
Yeah.
Right? Eugene trash. Barrow and Zorga.
Yeah.
Like, it's not really like Zorga is in a funny situation. They basically got like the weirdest support imaginable. But like of those 5, right? Orphis is definitely the best position of those 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And Orphis is like medium.
I think that's and I think that's clear. Like
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't think it's like even remotely close. And it's just like, so you have the TD decks, which are all like pretty good.
Yeah, they're all competent.
Yeah, I guess Nirvana is the weakest of the 5. I think.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably agree. Somehow,
no, Mag actually.
Yeah, I think right now Mag is the weakest.
I forgot Magnolia existed. Sorry.
Sorry.
No. I got it. It's cool. It's understandable.
Nirvana has a bunch.
We died of removal.
So our top 3 decks are 3 TD decks, and then whatever. I don't know where Laurel stands. Probably still pretty good.
Yeah, probably.
And I guess what was the other one that was pretty good out of Monasteria? Was it Clarissa?
Yeah.
Their Earnscrack deck, Brawlers.
Yeah, I don't know about that one going forward.
Yeah, who knows? The deck's sweet though. I think the lyrical decks are actually pretty cool.
Yeah, they're all like really interesting.
Yeah, like I think there's so much more neat than even the decks that have like dedicated set support,
right?
Which is kind of sad.
I know. Like, I'm really upset with how they're handling lyrical because a lot of the decks are genuinely like really neat, and I'd like to play them more.
I mean, you guys are getting stuff in like what, February, right? January, February, yeah. So
but that's that's what, like 2 sets later.
Yeah.
after
Okay,
like
don't-
the main nations.
Was it before or after Token Rambu?
Long after. In English, we're not getting it until April.
Oh,
Gotcha.
God. All right.
We're not getting Shaman King till summer. Can you believe that?
I can't believe we're getting Shaman King at all. Does that mean we have to start paying attention? Fuck.
I mean, by the time Shaman King
Oh,
set 1 comes out, it's going to be irrelevant.
Whoa, are we gonna do a Token Rambu set review though?
Oh my God.
No.
Murder me.
I mean, Record of Ragnarok is something that's actually coming out, I think, at the same time as Japan.
I think we have to talk about that one, right?
Yeah,
we
that one's
probably
coming out
do.
at like the same time.
Fine.
Or it
I
might
would-
be an English exclusive product, I don't remember.
God, I hope it's a reskin of Monster Strike so I can laugh at it.
Either that, or we're gonna do the set review, and you guys are gonna do the set, and I'm just gonna stand here like this.
Hmm.
Just
Well,
arms
we
crossed.
are
I don't
getting-
wanna. Yeah,
We are getting the V collection with the reverse units in between all of that.
that's
Oh,
cool.
Yeah, I really hope that shakes up V so badly.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
V is
Hey-
the only format untouched by Overtriggers
Yeah, which
for
is
now.
just kill it already. God damn it.
Like, nobody likes them.
Hold on, I have an absolute nightmare scenario.
Yeah.
Everyone, check this out. What if they make clan-specific Overtriggers for all 24 clans in V?
I might kill you. just for putting that idea out into the universe. If this ends up being like The Secret and you manifest this into existence, I will fly to
Hell
Maryland
yeah.
and kill you.
Hell yeah! God, can you imagine? I would. If that happens, I will resign my post. That's not a joke.
Oh my God. Okay, so you had like your first wave of like second string quarterbacks. Then you have the ones after it: Greedon, Meteor Aliens.
Greedon's like easily better than Borrow right now, right?
Yeah, I think
so.
And Greedon also has like application and premium too. There's like spice coming out.
Not just Gravidia right now.
I'm not sure. I assume
well,
the
it's like, yeah, the Meteor's like $30, I think. So
Are you serious?
Gravidia's
They're like
$1.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
this set's cheap, but I think the Meteors might be more expensive than Gravidia.
Oh, that's really funny.
Let's see.
I was looking up Tachikaze cards on TCG
shower.
Player because I miss it,
No, Meteors are $1.
Oh,
and
sick.
like everything's like under $1 except for
Oh, yeah.
Neberos, which is like 15, and then
Uh-huh.
randomly the Engorged PG, which I only wanted one copy of, is $8.
Yeah,
rare.
I bought one like forever ago for $1.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah, I
Gravidia
found one
is
in my
like
comments.
dirt
Luckily.
cheap.
Oh,
Time
sick.
to build
I
some
used to own,
garbage.
yeah, that card is it's useful to own exactly one copy of and no additional ones.
Mhm.
You'll
Anyway,
never play more.
so I'm not sure. Do you think they're just as they get to set 5, 6, they're going to do the grade 4 version of the other ride lines, or are they just going to
Somehow I just don't believe that's the case. I don't know why I don't believe that they will, but I just don't believe that they will.
I feel like they're probably this is like a tester to see how they can possibly advance the game as they've currently designed it, because like they need the cards to last long term because this is supposed to be a introduction to the game.
Yeah.
So having TDs be relevant is really important for the state of the game.
Right.
And so if these grade 4s flop and nobody plays them, they're probably going to have to think of something else, and I'm not sure what that is.
I think people are going to play them. At
People will
least some of
definitely
them.
play some of them, yeah.
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 I think Bastion's probably going to see play, especially with Rad Real. I think Magnolia is going to see play out of sheer amount of copium, if any of these Stoidea people are to be believed. I think Bruce is going to see play.
Godspeed.
Yeah, unless they don't put Final Rush on it, then it's useless.
That would be very funny. We'll
Yeah.
see.
That would be very funny.
Do we find out the Bruce card tomorrow, or like Tuesday, I suppose? Or
Yeah, at the
What
time
if
of
we-
hearing this yesterday, so
No, we
hopefully
probably
it's
do
something.
know. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I
So
get
cheap.
home early enough and we see what the thing is, I might put like a postscript in the middle there, like, "Hi,
I
there,
mean,
it's Atlas."
I have infinite free time at night, so if like tomorrow's reveals end up being important, I can record an extra video.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Like if you don't want to do that, you can literally just give me like an audio thing of like you saying your piece, and then I'll just edit it into the thing, into the podcast. Let's see. I I know that those were most of the reveals that we wanted to talk about, but I also wanted to talk about 2 more that Orphis got that were cool, I think. So first up, we got, I think Cardinal Draco, how do you pronounce this? Kaljamiad? It's a grade 2, 10k. Continuous on rare if your world is Dark Knight or Abyssal Dark Knight. This unit gets boost and can intercept from the back row. And then if your world is an Abyssal Dark Knight, it gets plus 10k shield.
Neat.
That's
Nice.
really cool.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it's really good, and it's completely less shitty than the Restander guy.
Yeah, I like it.
That's his on hit.
Then you got this thing, which is what is it? Fall in the Darkness, Evil Heart. Blitz
There's
Order.
like no way you play this, right?
I'm not sure. Counterblast 1 to...
It says Counterblast 1 on. I already hit it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably an issue. Choose one of your units, and for each Shadow Army token on your field, it gets plus 10k until end of battle. So
It's plus, so probably plus 30.
about, yeah.
Like,
For Counterblast 1.
I don't know. Maybe it's one of
I
those
don't
you play a one of or something.
If this card's all play, it'd be interesting because then you might have to think about killing Shadow Armies to effectively like take away 10k shield from this card. But
Yeah.
I don't know if this card will actually matter in that way.
Most people don't actively kill Shadow Armies. They're just like, if I have a retire effect, I'm just going to kill one. Why not?
They're pretty big.
No one goes, Shadow Armies, kill it now! Yeah. And then, being that this is, I think, our last podcast of the year, because next year I will be, my apartment will be like packed up, so I can't really record. Same for Tangent. Sorry, guys, but also patreon.com/Nexus at night. And so what did you guys think of like 2021 in Vanguard?
Oof.
ugh.
What a
Like-
year.
I liked D in the beginning, but I think set 3 really killed it for me. I say as I'm putting the pieces of a Gravidia deck into a card on TCG Player.
You master of ceremonies. You
Look, I've got like 24 cards in the cart, and so far it only cost me $20.
not bad.
And
That's
you've already got the meteors, right?
Yeah, I have 8 This is with 8 meteors.
Oh.
nice.
You know what? Let's just bump it up to 10. Because I don't know how many I'm going to actually play.
16, clearly.
Well, the seller I'm ordering from only has 8 available anyway, so let's just go with 8 for now and figure it out later.
All right. So yeah, D was a pretty good like start, I think, and then it fell off pretty quick. I think that ban list, even though that's like late in the year, that really
The premium
really kind
brand
of-
list is really the highlight, right?
Yeah, definitely. Best part of 2021 Vanguard, in my opinion. You had Bushiroad Online 2021, which is still technically going on because they had to pause for Christmas and the
That's true.
Delayed
Well,
set.
the set got delayed, so they delayed the D event, which is
Yeah.
happening some point.
Yeah.
What weekend is it happening? Is it the like the 3rd of January or the first second? No, it's that weekend after that, the 1st, 2nd of January, or is it
I
that
think
weekend?
so. Or it's like the weekend. It's like the 8th or whatever that weekend is. Like,
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So
Give people time to obtain their D cards.
yeah, I remember Springfest getting advertised and then kind of never happening.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, Bulbul Mine is like super cheap right now.
yeah, it is. I picked up my 4 copies. I think it's gonna it just gets better as time goes on.
I think I have to play this in Gravidia because I don't know what else to put into it.
It's not a bad card. I don't think it'll ever be a bad card.
Yeah. I only have 33 cards in cart right now. I don't know what else to do to get to
You-
50.
Do you have triggers?
Oh, that's right. That's what it is. Wait, yes, I do have triggers. I have the fucking start deck still.
And don't forget your ride line.
Yeah.
The ride line,
I
and
did
then
that.
also
Just buy the foils for the ride line, clearly.
or if you're gonna run the
Oh, perfect cards.
perfect cards.
Wait, you don't have perfect cards?
No, I never played Grant.
Fair enough.
Yep.
That checks out.
Yeah.
I don't remember what the fucking perfect card is called.
So DBT01 was in April in Japan and May in the West.
Yep.
So before that, we were still in V technically. I didn't realize how much happened in such a short amount of time.
Yeah.
I think because like COVID kind of gave everything time dilation, and for the most part, we weren't really paying attention. I don't think, aside from set reviews and whatnot.
That's true.
We still kept putting out episodes fairly frequently.
Yeah.
Which,
surprisingly.
I know, right?
Are Perfect Guard's the most expensive card out of the first set?
Yes.
I guess.
So.
Wow, Overtriggers are getting kind of expensive too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I need the Overtrigger.
Yeah, you need to. Oh, by the way, you know those the shop promo ones where it's the one where it's like you dressed up as a girl.
Yeah.
And it has the hot stamp on it, and there's like however many in the world. 2 of those got pulled at my local shop last week.
Uh-huh.
The 20k front triggers are bought out on TCG. That's a problem.
That is a problem.
Yeah, that'll happen.
That's it. That's the that's the sentence. If there's only like X amount of them in the world, and 2 of them were in the same store, that's pretty crazy. No?
Yeah, that's pretty nuts. What are you gonna do? Wait, how many
They're
of them
not
are there?
mine.
Oh.
They're not mine, unfortunately. I do not have them. But I didn't realize that they were. Okay, so... Oh, God. All right, so at the beginning of the year, we had episodes like Stupid Loops and Net Decking, Chaos Control about Chaos Breaker, which, by the way, came out the day of the insurrection at the Capitol.
Nice.
Perfect title.
I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of half of me thought that day was very funny. Half of me thought that day was not very funny. Looking back on it, though,
yeah,
that was pretty stupid. Did you guys hear that
shit.
Jimmy Pesto's voice actor from Bob's Burgers was there?
Really?
Yeah, which is like that is so Jimmy Pesto of him. Like he's there with Andy and Ollie, and they're like, "Are we gonna sniff AOC's chair?" And he's like, "Shut up, we're going for Nancy Pelosi. Stay quiet. We gotta get inside."
My God. Jimmy Pesto.
Yeah, Bushiroad's blooper reels, which I think we were talking about all the times that they like got humiliated at Worlds with let's see, the
ripples and
end of January we had the Overdress announcement reaction.
Yeah.
Our last premium profile in February. Yeah, we were just kind of like flopping around in the darkness there, waiting for stuff.
God, there was so much going on at that point. And we were kind of like, we don't know what's happening.
Yeah,
and we were just getting like drips of D reveals for like a month and a half.
Yep.
And then
waiting for it to release in Japan.
Yeah, that first few months of 2021 was pretty nuts for us. What I can say is that I've quite enjoyed whether it's like first couple sets of D or post ban list spice talking or just hanging out with you guys and doing this show. It's been an absolute pleasure. So,
sure.
And to you, the listener, thank you for listening. And I hope you will continue to listen into 2022 as I move in with my significant other for the first time.
Hell yeah.
Not that matters to you, but whatever, it's fine.
It matters to us
that
you're happy.
Back of my room is such a mess.
Aw.
I had a friend who was like considering going to buy into the Ruby Weiss set and then saw the cards and was like, I'm not buying this.
Take that, Rooster.
So it's like this, right? So normal Weiss sets take anime screen caps and it looks very bad.
Yeah.
Now
Ruby
imagine
Weiss
doing that with Ruby.
Oh God, which is like that weird kind of that Jimmy Neutron 8th gen Pokemon 3D.
I like GameCube graphics.
Yeah.
Ah!
And like of the scenes of like them to do, like I wish for the foils at least they would have like done like had like hand drawn art or something, because like they had the scene of like the dog who's Vi, like turning into like a bullet, like because he's like moving really quickly, and they just like use the model, and I'm just like,
Let's
They
be
should-
honest.
Yeah.
Just redraw that scene for the foil, and everyone's happy, probably.
Like, there has to be official art that you can just use, right?
If
Yeah.
Ruby wanted to get official art, they would probably just steal art from Avatar: The Last Airbender. Boom,
Maybe. Who knows?
roasted.
Yeah.
I don't really care about Ruby, to be honest. So I'm
I
just
don't
like,
either.
Oh yeah, Atlas, you're getting a
I
case
was just
split for
upset.
Stoicheia stuff, right?
I think so. I paid Eric for it, so yeah, I guess I am. Why?
Can you like pass along any of the Flagberg stuff? It's all like $1,
Yeah.
but I don't feel like ordering it at this particular second.
Yes, I can.
wow,
Barcelona.
not interested in Flagberg.
I mean, I am. I just don't feel like ordering it at
Atlas.
this exact
Oh, no.
second.
I already have a multi-attack deck. I don't want to make another.
All right, but this one's like discount Maelstrom.
I know, right?
But
Alolan Maelstrom.
I have Tetra Drive in premium, so there's my Alolan or
But that's the
Galarian Maelstrom. There you go.
What do you want? I don't even know who Galeria is.
It's the
Is that
Gallery
Shield?
It's Sword and Shield. Yeah.
Oh no!
Okay.
Okay. So you know where I ended my Sword and Shield game?
Where?
I beat the champion with like using Gyarados only, basically.
Yeah.
And
Not bad.
you know
That's
the whole post game line with the idiots with like the sword hair and the shield hair for some fucking
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah.
I did not do that.
I was gonna get Isle of Armor and Crown Tundra, and then I just decided not to. And that was it.
Yep.
I played one of those DLCs and then didn't really bother with the other.
I did.
I'll
I
maybe
did
go back to it because I'm bored waiting for Legends to come out, because that one actually looks pretty good.
I did have a 0-speed shiny Fortress though.
Nice.
Not bad.
Although
Like
that game
yeah.
got melted in the fire. Yeah.
Damn.
I always make Fortress 0-speed just in case. It's not beating anything with max speed IVs
Yeah.
ever. So might as well make it 0.
Yeah. Hey, do you want to get more show like this where we're talking about not Vanguard but instead random bullshit? You can
And
support us.
Vanguard.
And Vanguard too, but you can support us at patreon.com/Nexus at Night. $5 a month. That's a single cup of coffee. You get
Wow.
a extra Nexus at Night thing from us every week. Sometimes there's a guest, and then also all these other extra content goodies. Or if you pay $10 a month, you get thanked on the show and get videos early, like Darren, Cole, Josh, and Jeremy. Thank you there. Or you can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at Nexus at Night. How about the rest of us?
You can find me on Twitter at Wiggums, 2Gs, 2Zs.
You can find me at Plasma Eclipse. I just spent $50 on all the Gravidia stuff, and I
You-
did not bother buying any of the like front triggers and over trigger. I'm just gonna make it jank.
You absolute whore. And I appreciate the spirit of jank. Go jank with force. You can find me at Atlas Novak on Twitter, Instagram. You can also find my other show at Generation Dan on Twitter. That comes out every Thursday. It's Gen X, Y, and Z talking about whatever topic we want to. There's a guest, usually it's a comedian. I think at the time of hearing this, we recently had poker commentator Joe Stapleton on there. So that was pretty
Nice.
cool. And then I think no, that's 2 weeks from now. Never mind. We'll figure it out there. All right. Until next time, I was Atlas.
I'm still Matt.
I'm Root Beer.
And have a good night, everybody.
Cool.
Cool.